topic, employment, is something which is very, very close to my heart. आमच्या देशाच्या घटनेंत, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनांत आमी राखून दवरल्या की कोणूय नेणार उरचो न्ही, कोणूय बेकार उरचो न्ही, कोणूय गरीब उरचो न्ही. प्रत्येक नागरिकाक अधिकार आनी हक मेळपाची गरज आहा. कित्याक नोकरी मेळप, काम करप, आपली पांयाचेर उबें रावप आनी आपल्याक आनी आपल्या कुटुंबाक to give a good standard of life to themselves and to their families. In other words, right to work, right to employment, right to exercise one's skills is a right which is enshrined in the Constitution. I have seen successive governments, I have seen successive manifestos which give tall promises that they will give 80,000 jobs, they will give 10 crores jobs, they will give so many jobs. But nobody has applied their mind how to create a near, I am saying a word, near 100% employment. In Goa, it is not difficult. At least it may be difficult in other states. I am telling you why in Goa 100% employment, which in economic terminology you can never achieve. But you can always aim for 100% employment. I will give you a simple example. Why 100% employment technically is possible. Goa, after the liberation, has definitely embarked on a process of development and progress. And when you do development and progress, in other words, you create job potential. So Goa has created so much job potential that we have attracted nearly 30 to 40% migrant population. I hope you understand the meaning of it. For a population of 15 lakhs, if you say 40% people who have come from outside, that is more than 10 lakh people. They have not come to idle themselves. The people from other states have migrated to Goa because there is employment and they really contribute to the development process. Now, this is one side of the story. We have done development. We have attracted 10 to 12 lakh people from outside the state. And if you see on our employment exchange, we have got hardly 2 lakh people whose names are registered in the employment exchange. So if you just take 10 lakhs jobs we have attracted for the people from outside, and 2 lakh people are still languishing or rotting their names on the live register of the employment exchange. If you minus 2 lakhs from 10 lakhs, ideally you would have had 100% employment and 8 lakh jobs. We were still needing people to come from outside. So in the economic terminology, there is a mismatch. The mismatch is you have created jobs more than what the Goa's population could sustain. You have created jobs which it is necessary to create jobs, but equally important to train our people, to ensure that whatever job potential is done, you harness it so that you achieve 100%, and still you will need people from outside. For that, I remember I had brought an employment policy in 1991. This policy, I'm proud and happy that even though successful governments did not implement it, during my tenure, I tried to implement 80% of this policy. And that is the reason you have 100% employment of Goans in the government. Now, our policy today, we have designed it, we have discussed it, we have discussed threadbare, and we have come out with a policy which I hope in the years to come, when we get our government, we will have to micromanagement. Now, when I talk of employment, we have assured you 2 lakh jobs. We have assured you, can I have some water? We have assured you that 80% jobs will be given to the Goans. We have assured you so many things. But I want to tell you, I have visited many of the countries because I represented my country at the ILO, Geneva. If you see, everybody is here is looking for the government jobs. Have you been to America? Have you been to Canada? Have you been to Europe? The private sector takes the most intelligent people. It is only the average and the mediocre is going for the government jobs. The private sector gives better remuneration and salaries than the government sector. But here is the opposite. And I feel in the coming days, our focus should be Goa. Our focus should be Goans. Our focus should be our youth who are highly educated, who are highly talented, who are highly skilled, and who are waiting for employment. And what the government has done, famous, what they have done? They have done business and commerce out of employment. I'm not saying it. The MLAs from the BJP said that the jobs were sold for 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs. You must have been knowing about it. The ex-governor, who is the highest constitutional head, has said this government is corrupt. The Lok Ayuktha Commission has filed so many cases. That shows the quality of governance we had for the last so many years, who have no commitment because they have no involvement. They don't have policies to make sure that 100% employment is done. Now, employment, when I am saying it, we have given you an assurance that we will provide 2 lakh jobs. You see, employment can be in different sectors. I had mentioned in I had formed Manpower Development Cell, Human Resource Development Foundation. So these institutions were supposed to train people, provide the skills. Government of India has got Skill Development Corporation. They have got tons of money for that. Now, what we have to do, we need people who are really involved, who has got a mission to help the people. And we have to identify our educated unemployed. There are engineers, there are postgraduates, there are graduates, there are matriculates, there are below matriculates also. Now, we have got one sector, that is government sector, but we also got tourism sector, We also got agricultural sector. We have also got fisheries sector. We have got so many sectors. I had been watching that last 10 years, this government has taken certain steps, and I can make this charge, that they have made unemployment in the state of Goa, number one. When they stopped mining, 2.5 lakh mining affected people who were employed or self-employed are thrown on the roads. The government of India, when they started the process of demonetization, and Goa government for the last 10 years, 16,000 MSMEs are closed. You may say because of COVID. No. For the last 10 years, they have not been able to attract MSMEs in the state of Goa. They have attracted only handful of MSMEs. But 16,000 MSMEs are closed. Industries are not running lucratively. Government is directly and indirectly responsible for this sorry state of affairs. 16,000 MSMEs, 2.5 lakh mining affected. Now we would like to open up the economy. And when I say we would like to open up the economy, you see today Goa is suffering, Goans are suffering suddenly. The liquidity which was in the hands of the poor people, common people, has disappeared. People don't have money to spend. So we have brought 25 schemes which will help the people to get the money in their hands. And you know which are the 25 schemes. One is Graha Lakshmi card, Yuva Shakti card. Then we have got other schemes. These schemes will help. Many people are asking, from where you are going to get money? I have seen the total 25 schemes will take hardly 25% of the budget of the state. Now, if this 25% of the budget we don't put in the hands of the poor man, how you will create that economic revival? The moment you put the money in the hand of the poor people, and this is not what I am saying. This is what our ex-RBI governor has said. This is most of the economists of the world are saying. Put the money back in the hands of the people. So that money will go back to the economy. That will revive the economy. And that will bring back employment. So it is a chain of events which are necessary. And TMC is here to achieve it. I want to assure the people of Goa that yes, we know your pangs. We know your sufferings. I want to tell the youth that we know that this government has betrayed you for the last 10, 15 years. But here is a government who is going to bring up the policies, programs, and who is going to have a micromanagement so that we revive the economy, we create employment potential, and we ensure that our youth are gainfully employed or self-employed in Goa. I think instead of me going on talking, you should ask me questions, and I'll be very glad to reply on anything and everything on this subject. Yeah.
job 1991 से
Yeah.
मैं तो implement किधर करूँ?
Now, in 1991 G employment policy आवे early. I don't know whether you are aware. 80 to 90% of this policy is implemented. Even though I had brought this policy in a draft form, I had put it in Kala Academy for discussion for 5 days. I called economists from different parts of the country. I called all our industrialists there. I called the educationists and I called also the student community. We discussed it, debated, and we implement 90% of this policy. Now, you have got 15 years domicile. Many people forgotten it. It is a law. And it is implemented. 15 years domicile, working knowledge of Konkani, compulsory for registration in the employment exchange. 15 years domicile, working knowledge of Konkani, compulsory for employment. 15 years domicile, working knowledge of Konkani was compulsory in industry. I had, as a Minister of Industries and Commerce, I had brought a package of incentives for the industries. They used to get 15 years sales tax holiday, 5 years income tax holiday, 25 years, 25% capital investment subsidy. All we were asking them, you go to the employment exchange. At the time of registration, you used to get provisional registration within 24 hours. Today, even after 1 year, you will not get your registration. And you had to give an undertaking that you have employed 80%, get a certificate from the Directorate of Employment, then you were getting permanent employment, permanent registration, with that a package of incentives. But what happened, you asked me a question. This was sabotaged by the successive governments of Congress party. At that time, Chamber of Commerce, Small Scale Industries also told, we cannot get goans, so don't put burden on us. But today the situation is not the same. Today our youth are unemployed. Today our youth are ready to work. And if we provide certain subsidy on every Goan who is employed. Now, for example, I brought IT policy. Goa had first IT policy in India, wherein the government was supposed to give certain amount, that is 15,000 rupees per year, 60,000 rupees for 4 years, as a subsidy. So if you start an industry, if you are paying extra to certain money to your staff, 1,250 was given as a subsidy from the government side, so you are encouraged to recruit Goans. I did IT policy, biotechnology policy. Now people have forgotten about it. We have to provide support system to the industries to recruit Goans and give them certain incentive, so that if you recruit a Goan, you get so much incentive from the government. I am not saying unemployment allowance, self-employment scheme bill also was there. I had been bringing successively in the assembly, but I don't know. Successive speakers were not even admitting it. They are not even allowing it. Now, when I am saying that, I am not saying give them a dole. Our children are not asking doles. Our children want a right to work, right for employment, right to exercise their skills, so that they can be gainfully employed, so that they can give a decent standard of living for themselves and their families.
Luizinho Baba, that's एक
मिनिट 100% जॉब गव्हर्मेंटाक पॉसिबल ना म्हणलं प्रायव्हेट आतां इंडस्ट्रीज आसा तितून गोंयाचे मॅक्झिमम गोंयचे जॉब मेळचे हेका तेजे खातीर तुमचे कितें आसतलें आनी प्लस एक कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट बेजीस आसा पळय कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट बेसिसाचेर घेतात आनी ते फिक्स आसना कंपनी तेजेर कितें
Contract basis employment जे आमच्या industrial state in and even government Zolta has to be banned immediately. You are making a mockery of the youth who are in a vulnerable position, who are unemployed. Now, what you are doing? Now, you go to the industrial states, there is a class of people who are supported by the government of the day to take major contracts and supply labor. So they are fattening with the profits and they are actually exploiting the unemployed people. So it has to be stopped. You have asked a right question.
See, basic म्हळ्यार कितें केंद्र सरकार कितें म्हणटा तें तुमकां खबर आहा केंद्र सरकार म्हणटा की गोंय फाटल्याच्यान सकयल्यान 8वे रँकाचेर आसा म्हळ्यार कितें 28 आमगेले स्टेटी आसात म्हणटकीर गोंय 21व्या हांक्यातू भितर आतां आमगे सरकार आसा तें कितें दाखयता आपूण फर्स्ट कितें आसा सेकंड कितें आसा फर्स्ट सेकंड आसा ते आमी 40 वर्सां जालीं 50 वर्सां जालीं त्या क्षेत्रांनी आमी फर्स्ट आहात पूण एम्प्लॉयमेंट ह्या क्षेत्रांत आमी 21व्या म्हळ्यार सकयल्यान 8वे आसतात प्रत्येक 4 पैकी 1 यूथ बेकार आसा. अशें कित्याक जाता? सरकार फक्त फोकस करता गव्हर्मेंट जॉबाचेर. दुसरे प्रायव्हेट सेक्टरात जे जॉब आसात ते येवंक पावनात, कारण प्रायव्हेट सेक्टराक प्रोत्साहन दिना. प्रत्येक कडेन खंयची इंडस्ट्री आयली म्हाका कितें आसा काय म्हणून मिनिस्टर विचारता सरकारांतलो. मागीर खंयच्यान इंडस्ट्री येतली? केंद्र सरकारच म्हणटा की ईज ऑफ डुईंगाक गोंय 4थे वर्स्ट स्टेट म्हणल्यार 28तले 25वें स्टेट फॉर ईज ऑफ डुईंग बिझनेस गोंय आसा. 71 मार्कांतले गोंयाक केंद्र सरकारान म्हणल्यार BJPच्याच सरकारान 3.33 मार्क्स दिल्यात 71तले गोंयाक. ह्या खातीर कितें जाता? इंडस्ट्री येवंक पावना. तिसरी म्हणल्यार कितें? आमच्या गोंयाक खूब इंजिनियरींग कॉलेजी आसात आनी खूब इंजिनियर्स तयार जातात. हे इंजिनियर्स असतात ते जॉब क्रिएटर्स असतात. ते सगळे भायर वतात. तुम्ही कोणी इंजिनियर बरे इंजिनियर असते गोंया आशिल्ले पळयल्यात? सगळे बेंगलोर, हैदराबाद, पुणे, बॉम्बे वतात. ते जॉब क्रिएट करतात त्या राज्यांनी. थंय 10-15 लोकांक ते जॉब दितात आनी गोंयांक कोणाक जॉब मेळना. ही जी पॉलिसी आसा ती कित तरी करून वेगळीपणान करपाक जाय म्हणून आमी एक स्कीम हाडिल्ली आसा की यूथ स्कीम. युथाक 20 लाख रुपया आमी तांकां क्रेडीट म्हणून मेळटले आनी त्या 20 लाखाचेर तांगेले कित तरी स्टार्टअप, कित तरी नवी इंडस्ट्री तांच्यान घालपा जातली आनी ती इंडस्ट्री घालून ते 10-15 जाणांक एक 5 वर्सां भितर आनी मे बी 100-200 लोकांक एक 20-25 वर्सांनी जॉब दितले. अशी जॉब क्रिएट जावपा जाय. सद्या कांयच हाजेर चालू ना. इंजिनियर जातात ते बेंगलोर वतात, पुण्या वतात, मुंबय वतात आनी कांयच जॉब क्रिएट जावपाक पावनात गोंयांत. ह्या खातीर ही यूथ जी स्कीम आमची आसा, यूथ क्रेडीट कार्ड म्हणून आसा, 20 लाख रुपया प्रत्येकाक मेळटले. फकड मारताले BJP वाले, काँग्रेस वाले की 20 लाख रुपये तांक दिले ताणी परती दिले ना जाल्यार कितें जातलें? 20 लाख ह्या हाजेर कितलो फंड्स वतलो तो खबर आहा? एक 700-800 कोटी रुपये ताचेर वर्साक खर्च जातलो. आतां 700-800 कोटी म्हणल्यार कितले? 4 ते 5% आमगेल्या बजेटाचो भाग. आतां तुमची लोबोन कितें सांगिल्लें तें आयकलां. लोबोन कितें सांगलें? हे 35% दलालीचे सरकार. 35% दलाली म्हणल्यार कितें? कट मारता तो. आतां आमचें बजेट 25,000 कोटी आसा. 25,000तल्यान 35% म्हळ्यार कितली काडटा ते? 10,000 कोटी ह्या मिनिस्टराच्या पॉकेटां वतात. आतां हे 700 कोटी आमी समज 20-20 लाख करून युथाचे बॉल्सांक घाले तर किती वाट लागली? आतां ते युथातले समज जे दितात तातूंतली समज 100तलो 2 किंवा 3 किंवा 4 लोकांक सुद्दां सक्सेसफूल जाले जाल्यार ते कितलो जॉब तयार करतले ते कॅल्क्युलेट कर म्हणून सांग तांकां. ही स्कीम आसा ती सामकी सुपर स्कीम आसा आनी हातूंतल्यान आमगे इंजिनियरींग कॉलेजींतले जे भुरगे तयार जातले ते गोंयांक उरतले आनी ते गोंयांक बिझनेस तयार करतले.
खुबशे इंजिनियर
हय
ते बेकार आसा. मेनली कितें इश्यू आसा? इंडस्ट्रीज ज्यो एक्झिस्टींग आसा तेतून ऑलरेडी 80% भायले लोक एम्प्लॉय केल्ले आसा. सो तेतूनच जर आमच्या गोंयकारांक खंय एम्प्लॉयमेंट क्रिएट करून दिलो जाल्यार नवीन इंडस्ट्रीज हाडपाची गरज ना.
This is what
इंजिनियर्स जे आसात दे आर जॉब क्रिएटर्स, दे आर नॉट जॉब सिकर्स. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आतां तो जॉब सीक करपा वता जर ताका कितें तरी विकनेस आसा, तागे विकनेस कितें आहा? घरा कडेन बापूय आसा, आवय आसा, तितली इन्कम ना रिस्क घेवपा इतलें. म्हणटकीर ताका कोणी तरी दिवपा जाय 20 लाख रुपये 30 लाख रुपये सो दॅट ही स्टार्ट्स बिझनेस आनी ही एम्प्लॉयज 10 मोर पीपल. BCom BSc आशिल्ले, ITI आशिल्ले, पॉलिटेक्निका केल्ले अशे 10-20 जाण ताणें एम्प्लॉय करूं जाय. तो इंजिनियर कसलो? डिग्री इंजिनियर. तो कसलो MTech जालो, कसलो IIT जालो. हांगा IIT घालता म्हणटात, IIT घालतात, बिट्स आहा मागीर ते कसले इंजिनियर? ताणी जॉब मागूंक जायना खंयच. ताणी जॉब क्रिएट करपाक जाय. 20 जाण.
No. I will also reply to you. Very, very good question. I'm very happy that you have asked this question. In fact, what is paining me the most, we have got highly qualified people, like what he have said, engineers. Now, to keep the engineers unemployed is a crime. Is a crime which the society is doing, crime which the government is doing. Now, engineers can contribute, as he has rightly said, in the creation activity. But at the same time, our industries which come in Goa, they are also recruiting highly qualified technical personnel, not only engineers with an experience. I'm giving you an example. I was the president of Zuari Agrochemicals Limited. You see, when Zuari came here, there was a lot of criticism. But the point I was making here in my policy is that I was the vice chairman of Joint Management Council. If Zuari were needing the staff, if you ask in Goa anybody's experience, they will say no. We had engineers, we had BSc graduates, we had no experienced people. So what Zuari did, they went and picked up the graduates in the campuses, in the colleges, took them, trained them, provided them skills by sending them for training programs. And the moment Zuari started the production, they were absorbed in the industry. So that is what I am saying in my initial this. I am very happy you asked that question. Manpower Development Cell, Human Resource Development Foundation. I had made some provision also. See, what is the idea of having Manpower Development Cell? Now, this is a young graduate, as he has said. He wants to start a startup, a new institution. He also needs a help. He needs good people who will bring highest productivity. So he should be able to get skilled people, maybe some graduates also, some degree holders, some engineers also. So the government should be able to provide the necessary training and skill to harness the employment potential which he is creating. You understand what I am saying? This requires micromanagement. This requires a government which has got. Now, why are you going for engineering? Let us go for fisheries. We are eating every day fish with formalin because fish is coming from outside. We get around 300 metric tons of fish a day. Hardly 5% of that fish goes to the Goan market. 90 to 95% of the fish goes out, either for fish meat plants or out of Goa. Now, if we start proper cold storage system, then we can have our own fish, which is a clean fish, good fish, without any chemicals, and we can ask our own people to have the cold storages in every taluka, so that our own people can provide cheap and good fish to our people at reasonable rates. For that, we can put our own youth. Now, here we are not talking of engineers. Here we can train our boys, we can give them the necessary facilities, we can give them 20 lakhs, they can provide proper cold storages, and they can supply our own fish. Instead of 80-90% fish which is coming from outside is coming with the lace with formalin and is killing us with the scourge of cancer. So similarly, there are many young fellows I have seen. Now, after the jobs are gone, jobs are not gone only because of mining. Jobs are not gone only because of closure of this. Many jobs are lost because some people were working abroad. They were working on the ships. They have come back. Now they have to look after their families. They started doing this business. They started agriculture. Now, if government can give them proper facilities to promote the agriculture, they can be self-employed and gainfully employed, and they can produce better agricultural products with high technology in the state of Goa. I am talking about animal husbandry. There is so much of support system from different this. If we train our people to start a proper dairy, animal husbandry, floriculture, We are importing 99% of the flowers from outside. We can have our own floriculture. For that, government must be a missionary, must promote people, promote young people like you, so that they can be gainfully employed. I hope I am making very clear. This sort of a proposal we have discussed, we have debated, and we are going to bring before you.
सत्यपाल मलिकान जे म्हणिल्लें, सत्यपाल मलिकान कितें म्हणिल्लें की या गव्हर्मेंट देर इज करप्शन इन एनीथिंग एंड एवरीथिंग ऑफ दीस गव्हर्मेंट. आता हें जें करप्शन आसता तें थोडें नासता. आमी म्हणटात की बायलां 5,000 रुपये प्रत्येक बायले दिता म्हणटात, ते सगळे कितले जाता ते जाणा तुमी? ते सगळे 8% जातात. या 35% काडटा मरे. ते 35% दिया म्हूण प्रत्येक प्रेस कॉन्फरन्साक तुमी क्वेश्चन विचारपाक जाय. ते लोकां हातांत कित्याक दिना काय म्हण तुमी? 10,000 कोटी जाता ते वर्साचे. हे 10,000 कोटी लोकांच्या हातांत घालपाक जाय गव्हर्मेंटान. हो मेन पॉयंट हा. गोंय सद्याक सगळ्या प्रॉब्लेमा पडला म्हणते ह्या करप्शना खातीर. मिनिस्टर बजेटांतल्यान सगळे पयशे सायफन आउट करून काडटात. हे पयशे आतां लोकांच्या हातांत घाले, बायलांच्या हातांत घाले, युथाच्या हातांत घाले, किंवा कोणी घर नाशिल्ल्याक दिले. ते डोल्स न्ही ते. हे जे करप्शन जाताले तेच पयशे आमी दितात. आमी कांय वेगळे कांय करनात. बजेटा भायल्यांचे लोन काडपाक गरज ना. लोन काडपाक किती गरज आसा? कांय गरज ना. 35% इतली हे करता ते. प्रत्येकाला तुम्ही क्वेश्चन विचारपाक जाय अशी म्हजो तुमचे कडेन रिक्वेस्ट आहा. प्रत्येक पार्टी जी प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स घेता तांकां विचारपाक जाय तुमी ह्या भागाचेर कितें करतले ह्या टॉपिकाचेर.
फॉर्मेलिन फिश खाता म्हणून आमी गोंयांत आनी भायल्या स्टेटींच्यान येता ते बॅन करपा खातीर तुमचे कितें प्रयत्न आसतले?
See, number one, very good question. Both Congress government and BJP government had promised they will put a laboratory. They had shouted from the rooftop that they have already started the construction of it. They were also said that so many hundreds of crores were sanctioned by the government of India. Where is this laboratory to check the fish which is coming from the other state? Number one. Number two, so many trucks were caught with formalin. You agree or not? That lady who was in charge in the drug control and department, she was shunted away. Trucks were attached. We all poor goons like you and me, we stopped eating fish for I think 3-4 months.
Yes.
What happened? The same merchants of greed, merchants of horror, and this fish mafia started their activities again and killing goans. It has to be stopped because nobody has got right to kill goans, to poison goans. Because right for food security is also one of our fundamental right which is enshrined in the Constitution. And that is the reason we have said, you go to our fisheries this. We want to make sure the fish which comes out from Goa is more than ours. But if you want a better quality fish, we can get it also. But it has to be checked. Those laboratories have to be in place. No fish should be allowed to enter the market without being tested. The fish which is coming from Tamil Nadu, the fish is coming from outside the state, they are not brought in a scientifically, this cold storages, they are just putting little of formalin, laced water, on top they will put a little of ice, and the fish is as it is. You see, nowhere in the world formalin is used on eatable products. They are using formalin only in dead bodies. Formalin is used in Goa for 80 to 90% of the fish which comes from outside. It should be banned, and that will be the priority of my government. If we come to power, doesn't matter. We are here to protect the lives of the people, and the lives of the people have to be protected. And go and see, it's not only fish. What about vegetables? What about fruits? They are all coming with chemicals. and it has to be checked and it has to be stopped, and good, wholesome, quality food, cheap food, quality food should be provided to Goans.
किती क्वेश्चन असले
तुम्ही म्हटलं की बायलांक जो पैसे दिता पळय ते 10,000 कोटी जाता म्हटलं.
No, I'll tell you correctly. I got a
8% budget.
1 minute. I got a facts and figures here.
21,000 कोटी नो.
हय तितले 8% जातात.
No, 1 minute. I'll tell you.
एक्झॅक्ट फिगर घे तुका.
Gra Lakshmi card will cost the government 2,100 crores. 2,100 crores is 8% of the budget. Okay? Now, Yuva Shakti card, and mind you, already 3 lakh people have registered for Gra Lakshmi. Yuva Shakti, more than 2.5 lakh youth have this. It's going to cost the government 1,080 crores, which will be 4% of the budget. Subsidy on houses will be 150 crores, which will not be even 1%, 0.6% of the budget. All these 3 schemes, I had done the work, will be costing only 13 or 12-13% of the budget.
फक्त इतलेच की घरा खातीर हे चड आयला आणि ते आता 13.2 असते 13.8 जातले. लोकांचे चड डिमांड आयल्यात. आम्ही जेन्ना पयली सुरवात केली तेन्ना 50,000 आसतले अशी धरिल्ली ती लाखभर जाले.
या लक्ष्मी कार्ड कितल्या बसता?
Sorry?
3 लाख. गृहलक्ष्मीक 3 लाख वयर हे झालं सबस्क्रिप्शन झालं.
Zala.
Register
No, but I am not telling you this money is required on the basis of what it is.
3.5 lakh. 3.5 lakh.
We are expecting all the women, irrespective of the income, to register under Gra Lakshmi. And if all of them register, then it will be 8%, it will be 2,100 crores.
100.
Yeah, not 3 lakh women who have registered. All the women who registers, it will be 2,100 crores, which will be 8%. I can tell you all the 25 schemes. Here also, the total amount will not be more than 25% of the budget. You see, you just work out, the close corporate friends of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the amount of loans which were bad debts and they're written off, they are lakhs and lakhs of crores of
6.3
rupees.
lakh crores. 6.3 lakh crores. पण गेल्ली 4 वर्सांत.
Yeah. What is that if you spend hardly 2,100 crores? They're spending lakhs of crores in writing of the budget, the loans of hardly 40 or 50 corporates in the country.
Thank you.